The last developer livestream lasted 3 hours and we have a lot of patch notes, so I'll try to summarize all of the most important informations for you, starting with updates from PTR, which will be rolled out to all players. First of all, Penitent level of difficulty will no longer be gated behind level 50. If you want to start your adventure with Penitent, you can do it from character level 1. There are some changes in the masterworking, not only cost and gold, but also other sources from which we can obtain masterworking materials have been added, such as chests, local events, or breakable objects. Non-ancestral legendary items can now be masterworked up to 8 times and have 2 tempering affixes. As a reminder, during PTR we could masterwork such items only up to 4 times and have only 1 tempering affix on them. There are also changes to loot. For example, lower level monsters will now drop more items and less crafting materials. In addition, there will generally be better loot from special monsters such as Hellborns or Butcher. Only legendary and unique items will drop in torment levels, and all other rare or magic items will be automatically converted into corresponding crafting materials. Additionally, unique items have a 3 times higher chance of dropping as ancestral. Duriel and Andariel have twice as high chance as other tormented bosses to drop a mythic item. And speaking of mythic items, their crafting is also changing. Now we can craft them at the blacksmith. The cost is only 2 sparks, but we get a random one. If you want a specific mythic, we will craft such at Jewel, but we'll also need runes for it. However, runes are available in the expansion. In addition, at the blacksmith, if we have large amounts of common salvage, we can craft a random legendary item, and there is also a chance for crafting unique and mythic items. The power from glyphs has been shifted to Paragon boards, meaning the glyphs have been nerfed but in favor of magic and rare nodes. Changes in Infernal Hordes. Chest of Greater Equipment will cost 200 Aether, and Chest of Materials will convert all remaining Aether into materials, so the same way as Chest of Gold. The Council now will always drop Infernal Hordes unique item and dungeon boss loot. Scroll of Restoration is added to the game, which allows you to reset tempering once on one item, restores all temper rerolls. It can be obtained in the Dark Citadel, available in the expansion, but it is also added to the seasonal journey, and they can drop from Infernal Hordes Chest of Greater Equipment. Moving on to Season 6, Season of Hatred Rising. The developers have delighted us with this fantastic scheme of season mechanics. You could say that the Green Helltides are back, and in them Realm Walkers, which are ward event, but don't worry, according to the creators of the season, this event is to occur very often and it won't be a long wait. Once we are in the Hatred Rising area, we can summon monsters from the portal while waiting for the Realm Walker to emerge from underground, and after killing the Realm Walker, we are left with the portal to the Seething Realm, where we kill monsters to get to the Realm Gate, which we open according to the reward we want to get. At the end of this entire dungeon, there is a chest with loot and opals that will guarantee you the reward you decided to get. For example, equipment, gold, or boss summoning materials. Opals are new seasonal consumables that give us interesting effects, and thanks to them we can obtain more gold, materials, and even runes. However, this opal is only available with the Vessel of Hatred expansion. It is also worth noting that seasonal items now have seasonal marking. Opals stack with elixirs and incense, meaning we can have total of 3 exp buffs. There is also a new reputation system, the Zakarum Remnants in Havezar. It's worth mentioning that you can start playing seasons simultaneously with the Vessel of Hatred expansion. Some information about the expansion itself. If you are into theory crafting, there have been some changes to the passive skills of Spiritborn and Spirit Hall. Uniques for this class have been introduced, including a new mythic, and you'll be able to target farm them. There has been some changes to runes, changes to their power, and the creators have gotten rid of some completely. Kurast Undercity is a new multi-floor dungeon where the player races against time. When opening the dungeon, we can optionally choose tributes and bargain to enhance the rewards. Tributes enhance the rewards and adds affixes to the dungeon, then establish starting time and penalties. The blue, so magic ones, work on all difficulty levels, rest only on torment difficulties. Bargain may further customize your rewards. To get the desired rewards, we must obtain at least attunement rank 1 and get to the boss before the time runs out. A special type of goblin may appear in Kurasander City, Portal Prankster, which has an interesting mechanic of escaping through portals and throws grenades behind it. For killing it, an additional chest will be waiting for us, but only after completing the dungeon. Dark Citadel, a co-op dungeon for at least 2 players, consisting of 3 wings and each of them filled with monsters and bosses. It functions like a separate city. It has a nexus to which we can teleport and start our adventure and conquering the citadel there. For completing the citadel, so all 3 wings, there are rewards that reset every week, but in addition there are rewards for repeated runs, citadel coins, which allow us to buy various consumables, including the aforementioned Scroll of Restoration. The more monsters we kill, the higher the difficulty level we play, the more citadel coins we get. There are also cosmetics that can be obtained in the citadel, normal level gear on Torment 1 to 3, and premier content that can be obtained on Torment 4. The game will also feature a marker system in the emote wheel, which is intended to enable better communication between players both inside and outside the citadel. And briefly about mercenaries. Each of them has their own small skill tree and uses these skills when hired by you. In addition, the player can hire a second mercenary as reinforcement. Reinforcement is always active, but if we play in a team, only the team leader can also have this active mercenary hired. So if we play solo, we have 2 mercenaries, 1 hired and 1 as reinforcement. Reinforcement is a system in which we choose the opportunity that can happen during combat and the skill that our mercenary will use if this condition is met, after which they will leave the battlefield. We have 4 mercenaries: Rahir, defensive support, Variana, close range combat, Subo, range support, Altkin, fire and shadow damage, and cursed effect affecting the player, like applying vulnerable on everyone, including the player. Rapport, so progression for mercenaries. Improving the mercs improves bartering system. At the hideout there is a vendor from who we can buy items for a special currency obtained through mercenaries rapport. Upgrading mercenaries gives us a wider selection of different goods from this vendor, a greater chance for legendary items, and each mercenary has an aspect category associated with them, like the Altkin give us resource aspect caches. Of course, this is not all the informations, and more details, especially when it comes to class changes, some changes in numbers, bug fixes, can be found on the Blizzard pages, which I linked in the description under this video. The live was exceptionally long. The patch notes are also full of new stuff, so I hope this video covered the most important informations and brought you closer to the changes that are coming to the game. And that's all from me. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video and take care.